Dear students, welcome to Madrasa. Today's lesson is about using unless. So by the end of the lesson, you will be able to correctly use unless to express warnings. Please read the following question. Which of the following can be used to replace unless in the following sentence? Unless you study harder, you won't succeed with distinction. Can we replace unless with even if you don't, or only if? Try to think about it before giving me an answer. Very good. So we can replace unless with if you don't. So we can say, if you don't study harder, you won't succeed with distinction. So unless means if not. So if you don't study harder, unless you study harder. The meaning of unless is if not. Let's move on to the next question. What tense are the verbs in red and green? Unless you study. What is the tense of study? You won't succeed. What is the tense of you won't succeed? So, unless plus present simple. So the tense of the verb study is present simple. Won't succeed. The tense of won't succeed is future. So, if you want to use unless, make sure to use or you conjugate the verb that follows unless in the present simple, like study. And the verb which comes in the second clause in the future, won't succeed. C. What does unless express? Take a look at the picture. So we have a student and a teacher. What is the teacher telling the student? Is she warning him? Is she giving him a wish? Or is she promising him? Think about it. Very good. So the teacher is warning the student. She is telling him, unless you study harder, you won't succeed with distinction. So we use unless to express warning. The form of unless. So, unless plus subject plus present simple, comma, subject plus future. And you know that future is will plus stem. When do we use unless? The link word unless means except if or if not. We often use unless in warnings. Note, unless can be in mid position. So you can say, unless you study harder, you won't succeed with distinction. Or you can say, you won't succeed with distinction unless you study harder. If you start your sentence with unless, you need to put a comma to separate the two clauses. However, if you put unless in a mid position, there is no need to put a comma. Let's move on to practice. Rewrite sentence B so that it means the same as sentence A. A. We must hurry or we will miss the school bus. You are going to express it differently using unless. So you are going to say, unless we hurry, we will miss the school bus. In other words, if you don't hurry. So unless means if not. The second sentence. You must study more or you won't pass your exams. You are going to express it differently using unless. So we say, unless you study more, comma, you won't pass your exams. So the first verb which comes after unless is conjugated in the present simple, and the next verb is conjugated in the future. Alternatively, you can say, you won't pass your exams unless you study more. Let's move on to the third sentence. You must listen carefully or you won't know what to do in your exams. So you are going to use unless to express it differently. And we say, unless you listen carefully, you won't know what to do in your exams. Once more time, the verb which comes after unless is conjugated in the present simple, and the next verb is conjugated in the future. Sentence number 4. She must get more information or she won't complete her project. You're going to use unless to express it differently. So we say, unless she gets more information, she won't complete her project. Thank you very much indeed, dear students. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Please don't forget to subscribe in our YouTube channel and join our Facebook community. Please stay tuned for more videos.